I think in one tweet would be enthusiasm, because I always see, I think I see everything positively, and I've got very lucky to build what I have very young. I mean, today I'm 31, so I started I was 20. And also I'm from, I would say, a community where we are very connected to the nature. So at the end of the day, I think what is the most important is the essential thing. So everything you can add on the top is as an enthusiast point of view, you know. For example, you have the dark one. So for example, here you can really see, you see you have a crown here, you have a new way of crown. For this project, the project was more about customizations. This was a collaboration with Larry Clark, the filmmaker. And by the way, this shoes was actually exclusively sold at the Supreme on Lafayette Street. So this was really about being back to the skate, you know. This was super cool. It was actually created by Colette, but it was a deal, a collaboration with Batman. He was asking me to make a sneaker for the anniversary of Batman, and I told them, actually, I want to empower women, so I prefer to do a badass shoes for Catwoman. So I proposed them this, and then we make it, right? Yeah, I mean, behind every piece, and I think everything I'm producing today, whether it be an exhibition, an artwork, a crossover on shoes, or something else, you know, a car or watches or a shoe, there's always the art side connected. And also, I like to say, if it's a crossover with a brand, I little bit erase myself in a good way to really put the brand I'm collaborating with on the top of the pyramid, and me, I'm just here to be the narrative of the story. First of all, it's already a leftover, and then secondly, the tanneries we work with, they have a circular way, so nothing is going out, so you don't have like any solvent that are leaving, you know. By the way, this is the ear shoes. So the short version that we can see here, and then this is the high version. So basically, these shoes was actually my first skate shoes I made for myself when I was a kid. But yeah, to be back to the year, me, while I started my career in 2020, I was super young. So I arrived in the industry with this naive way of saying the business, with, I think naive is a good word if you have good values. And I realized that in the leather industry, you have a big piece of leather like this, and you only use this, and all of the rest is a leftover that go into the trash. So I was like, I'm sorry, but I have to do something with it. And me, when I started, I was using already the leftover of luxury brand to make my first sample. So I asked my partners to keep the leftover without knowing what I'm going to do. So I did that from 2010 to 2014. I keep all of the leftover to do something. And in 2014, I decided to create a line, which was not really a brand for me, it was a line that will use all of the leftover to remake a shoes. So I've been using all of the leftover. I put the shoes on few skateboarders. I contact some stores, and then directly, boom, it works. 8 months ago, I decided to restart the project and to be backed with all, again, the leftover I've been keeping for all of the year. And I realized at the same time that actually it was the lockdown here in France, and some people was writing me email like, hey, we remember the ER initiative. Do you still sell the shoes? And we have some guys, they was buying 8 pairs straight away. So I started to buy all of the stock I see available in the second-hand market. So I bought all of my shoes. And then the new chapter that actually will be here next month, I'm launching a new program called Renaissance in French, called Rebirth. And we're going to retook and rebuy our old shoes that we produce at the time, recite them again, and then we will finally launch the brand officially in September. And we adding, a lot of leftover that we can find in the industry to reproduce the pairs. So I think the best way, it's like today in this planet, if you take something, you have to use that 100%. You cannot leave it, I mean, there's two big things, I would say the first time I leave Europe, I leave France. So because France is a very, very small country. It's a village. I mean, today I can say it's a village because I've been traveling. So the first time I left and I see how things are outside, I come back here being objective, like I was having another point of view. So I would say creatively, this changed a bit my mindset and also helped me to assume something that we was not able to do by staying here. And also, I think if I have to talk about one shoes that was the turning point in my career, it's a sneaker boot, a very high boot that I was actually designing in California. I was in LA when I designed that shoes, as you can see with some splash color on it. So it's an over the knee high sneaker, and I was using for the first time in America, and at the same time I was looking for a way to do a sneaker, but a sneaker that represent well my vision of the time for women. And women around me wanted to have like an over the knee high shoe, but it was always about high heels. It was too much a connection with like a sexual vibe, like the over the knee high boots with high heels. You have to dare to do it. And I was super young, so again I was having this vision, like quite naive, of how I can make a shoes for a woman. And I was in California. I see, the girl that is doing longboard with the baseball stocking, and I was like, okay, this is it. I'm just gonna to take a high heel shoes. I'm gonna to cut the over the knee, put a sneaker sole, and then this is it. This is my answer. And after making the sample, I realized that actually there's two ways to read the shoes. It can be like cute, and also it can be sexy, but you will dare to wear it. So I presented the collection in a showroom, and then immediately, I think it's from that shoes I start to have the celebrities that want to wear the shoes. We sell a lot of shoes in all Asia, also in America, in Europe, and this is really how I built, I think, my career as a shoe company at the time. It was the golden ticket of Willy Wonka, as a shoe. It was really a big success. And it was a good also answer of my paradox to being from skateboarding to have a sneaker approach, but also my wish to give empowerment to women. So the shoes was a very good answer. So yeah, I think it was a good starting point in terms of product for my career. Humanity, more inspired by the know-how and the impact of this know-how in terms of job giving job giving, how to save the know-how, the specific know-how, when I'm designing a collection, than a specific artist. I love a lot of artists. I have a lot of filmmakers. I love our books, our philosopher, of course. But the main inspiration of today is the techniques and how these techniques has a social impact for job giving at the end of the day.